Hey, Sajin's Gamertag here, and I want to talk about my most anticipated Wii U title. Perhaps my most anticipated title ever. It wasn't Mario Kart 8, it's not Super Smash Bros., it's not Zelda for the Wii U, it is Hyrule Warriors. And let me tell you why. Dreams are coming true on the Wii U. We have all these third-party games that we never could have imagined would have Nintendo content in them, and they're in now. We have Yoshi and Legend of Zelda DLC for Sonic Lost World. We have all kinds of Nintendo costumes in Tekken Tag Tournament 2 Wii U Edition. We have Nintendo costumes in Bayonetta 1 now, as revealed in E3. It's all about these connections and just making these crazy ideas possible. But what Hyrule Warriors does differently in this aspect is that this idea is the entire game. We have a Dynasty Warriors game that is entirely centered around the Legend of Zelda universe. It's not a small part of it, it's not DLC, it's not a single level that pays tribute to Legend of Zelda, it's the entire game. And it is just amazing what is being done. Watching the game evolve from just, we get to see Link fighting with these generic Hyrule Warriors. That's the name. Fighting these monsters from the Legend of Zelda franchise that you know and love. We now have all these bosses that are really boss battles from the Legend of Zelda series. We're seeing more races come in. Some gameplay today from E3 revealed that there's a Goron captain fighting with you. You get to play as more characters. You don't just get to play with Link. You can also play as Impa, Zelda, and now Midna. And the demo at E3 showed a character list that had 6 to 8 slots, possibly more. So that is just the tip of the iceberg with what we're going to get in this game. And all the references that are being made. There was a level where you're around the Twilight Palace fighting off all these forces. The music from Twilight Princess Hyrule Field is going on around you. You can open treasure chests and get the little classic jingle. They opened a secret passageway to a fairy's fountain that then shot a hook shot and grabbed the Majora's Mask moon and pulled it down to attack people. This is really happening. This sounds like some crazy fan fiction or something, but it is happening. And it makes perfect sense once you see it in action. Just seeing these large-scale battles in the Legend of Zelda universe, it's amazing. Amazing. And now, I've played some Dynasty Warriors games in the past. My brother and I had tons of fun playing Dynasty Warriors 4 on the PlayStation 2 and Dynasty Warriors 6 on the PlayStation 3. And the weirdest thing is that Tecnico, who makes these games, this isn't their first collaboration they've ever done. Some of you may recall, if you played Dynasty Warriors or followed the franchise, they made a Gundam one several years back for the PlayStation 3. And I saw a bit of that in action. That made perfect sense too. It's amazing to see these things come to life and to see these crazy ideas happen. And so that was a sort of expected, Japanese connection. Now here's another one, with The Legend of Zelda this time. And on a system that really needs this awesome third-party content. I think a game like Hyrule Warriors is exactly what the Wii U needs, and it's getting it. and in September no less. It is right around the corner. And they announced this game maybe 6 months ago. Development is going really fast and going really well. And the game just looks amazing. It's going to be super fun. And if you've ever played a Dynasty Warriors game before, then you know. And if you haven't, then let me tell you, these Dynasty Warrior games, they're not the best games in the world. Sure, the large-scale battles are awesome. The music's cool, action's great, but they're not the best storytellers. They don't have the highest level graphics engine, but you don't need any of that stuff. What you need is just plain fun for these games. That's all they are. You are just unleashing ridiculous combos on these waves of enemies, immense armies, and you're just wiping them out with crazy combos and attacks. That's the whole game. And that's all it needs to be, because it is a riot. It is great to play. And so, because I played Dynasty Warriors games in the past, I already know exactly how this game is going to feel, and so I already know I'm going to like it. Because I adore the idea. It is the best idea ever. And I know what the gameplay is going to be like. And actually seeing the graphics of this game looks pretty good. It looks better and better every day. And just seeing, so to wrap up, just seeing games like this that are just beforehand impossible ideas that are actually happening. To see this outside game, this outside franchise like Dynasty Warriors, to pick up some Nintendo content and make it the entire game. As a Nintendo fan, this is all that I really need to see to be convinced to pick up a Wii U or any Nintendo console. And to be honest, if Hyrule Warriors does not appeal to you as a game, then you are not a gamer. And I honestly don't see how you can be a gamer and find this unappealing. Because this is an amazing thing. This is a miracle that is happening. And it is incredible to see. And so I can tell you for a fact that I will be picking up Hyrule Warriors perhaps on release night, release day, whatever. And I hope to see you guys playing it too. Because if I didn't convince you just now, or if you weren't already convinced, then I don't know what will convince you. Because this is Nintendo doing everything they need to do to convince people. At this point, it's your fault for not being appealed by the right things, I think. And to be honest, I'm kind of, as I said in my previous video, I'm kind of done with the main Zelda franchise. Because it insists upon sticking with the Wind Waker / Skyward Sword cel-shaded style that I don't want anymore. They keep teasing the realistic Twilight Princess style and then keep giving us the other style. And they're not experimenting anymore. They're insisting on keeping the style that I don't want, and I didn't really care for Skyward Sword. I'm not interested in A Link Between Worlds. I still love the older Zelda games, though. I still love Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess. So, I've played enough of them to respect the typical elements that you see in them, and to notice them, and to be able to comment on that. And just what I've seen in Hyrule Warriors, they're hitting it right on the money. They're doing everything right. This is just amazing. It is history in the making, and we should all be a part of it. And I think that's all I have to say. So, yeah. I will see you guys in September when I've picked up my awesome Hyrule Warriors disc. See you.